Right. As in it shows up in the surface.
And your bar now show up through the surface because the surface there is the easiest link. The paint.
Yeah. So if I'm trying to stop that, then I put the plastic.
Yeah. The plastic needs to come all the way to the concrete. What I'm saying is it doesn't need to cover the concrete because the concrete needs to bond with itself. The plaster will stop it bonding. But as for the floor, that has to be all covered.
Yeah. I don't know what's this thing about adding the blue and the thing to it. I don't get that bit.
What do you mean?
Like why they've cut strips.
Because the
size of it is not big enough.
Yeah, and they've used the big sheet, and what's left of the big sheet, they've sort of kind of like.
They should have done this yesterday. He was working over there. What happens is he doesn't want to pay them for 2 days.
Yeah.
So what happened is he wants to pay them all today.
Yeah.
To save himself costs.
Yeah.
But really, what he should have done is when we were here, he should have done the board and the thing already. And this morning, just cast it. But he didn't want to charge. He didn't want to do it. He wanted to save it. So I need to go and speak to this lady about the cement and tell her that whenever she does it, she should let me know. I need to tell her that so that at least I know what's going on. See, look, they're all waiting to do the operator there. The mortar. The operators are ready. The cement is ready. Oh shit, how much cement they got there? Oh, so they've loaded the cement already. Alright. Count the cement, yeah? And actually let me go around.
I'll go and count it. I'll go around.
I wanna count it and I'm gonna ask her how much they collected and I want to see if it tallies. And that's my best option of doing it this morning now. Before they start. Yeah. I like to show the work being done so that people can see instead of suppose saying afterwards we did this and we did that. I want to kind of show people the process as well. So as I said, I showed you earlier, the guy doing the board and he's gonna cover that beam. Like I mentioned, I want to make this point that even though I thought about the rubber, I could have done more research in seeing what's the rubber, the damp-proof membrane that I've seen in the past. It covers everywhere. They've left the blocks. The whole point of me doing the thing is to cover the blocks. But everyone's trying to convince me that basically, that's normal, that's okay. It doesn't sit right with me for some reason, because I think it needs to cover everything. It needs to cover everything. They're saying no. So another lesson. Next time, as I said, do a bit more learning, research, or learn from this, and then from this, when you do yours, then you can make sure that you've covered it. You make sure whether I'm right or wrong anyway. Luckily I put one extra damp proof membrane in the car because I feared that I would get here and someone would tell me that it's not gonna be enough. The guy actually told me they're gonna be excess, and now he's saying to me it's not gonna be enough. So luckily I had one in my car, this one here. I think it's about 4 meters, 4.4 meters square, or 4 meters by 5 meters or something like that. So that should cover the last one here. They're not a fan of damp proof. The place is meant to be dry, is it? I've seen so many places the place was dry and then what happened? Just cover it, man. Just cover it. That's it. It's got nothing to lose, is there? Yeah. There are a lot of operators here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people. Wow.
60.
60 cement.
Yeah.
So that 60 cement should tally up with what she has. Yeah. Which I'm gonna go find out now. If I find out. So yeah, I'm getting the cement for my neighbor, so I just want to, part of the reason with me coming here, I wanted to make sure that they're doing well. Not that I don't trust them or not, but I just want to find out so that I kind of know what's happening. So they've gathered it there and they're going to mix it as they go along. The carpenter is still carrying on with his work. They're waiting for him to finish. Yeah. Boy, I don't know about the dump thing, you know, but that's my fault. I should have watched, I should have learned, I should have asked a bit more first. Or I should have clarified with him as well that where's it gonna cover. But he said it'll cover everywhere. I think the whole point of it is the middle bit, but I think it will bond, it will cover it. You're pouring concrete on it and then from there you're gonna bond upwards, isn't it? Like it's gonna.
You imagine pouring concrete on this.
Yeah.
As high as you go,
Yeah.
that's a weak link. There's no bond between that and concrete. Concrete only bonds to itself.
Yeah.
That's why your foundation has to go so far down. Because it's not touching to anything on the ground. That's why it has to go so far down so there's no give like this.
Yeah.
But if you were on the surface, then wherever it sits, that's your weak link.
As in, yeah. Because don't forget, there's going to be a 6-inch concrete on there.
Yeah.
So that's your bond.
And see, even if it's say 6 inches.
Because there's even another one that goes, the plastic that goes on the block. Remember the one in the car? It's like it's 5 inches here. Probably I needed a 6 inches one, but 5 inches width is in there now. I'll show you. That's meant to go where the blocks go before you even put another block on it.
Okay.
So it's normal to put plastic
on the block.
On a block. You're meant to put it on the block. Whenever you see damp in the house, it hasn't been on them from the middle.
Yeah.
You're gonna have tiles and everything. It's from the block itself.
Yeah.
And that's why you cover damp. And that's why you cover damp in the first place. I could tell the guy on the far side was saying that. Yeah. He was saying that in Edward to him that
it's a block now.
yes. And I have a guy saying no.
Charlie, call it, because we just tell them to fucking cover it. All it is, they have to redesign the shit again. They have to just move things around to cover it. And where it doesn't reach them, then that's the end of it. But call it. If you want, we'll just tell them to fucking do it. What they're gonna do? Say they won't.
Yeah.
They'll do it.
My only luck is this beam. See, the edges of this beam is okay.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's a gap. So therefore, of that rising damp, so you get what I'm trying to say. There's a gap between the beam and the floor, so therefore it's not going to touch it. But the middle bits,
yeah, let them cover it.
Yeah,
let them cover it. Even the 5-inch thing now you go in the car and use that.
Yeah, he's saying not yet because that's meant to be for the blocks. And just because we were here, we weren't dead on time from here. That's it. They started already. And that's what happens. Well, if you don't come dead before they start, like I could have corrected that thing. But now, my only saving grace is the fact that the place is not as waterlogged, so therefore it won't count. But there's no point finishing the building and then 5 years later, the thing coming through it. That will get on my nerves.
We are on the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, so you might as well sort it out there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it like here.
Wait, how long's that cover?
Yeah.
This is covered.
So how come the authority doesn't apply here then?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, so it's gonna cover it and I'm gonna leave the far side.
redo it again. It's gonna happen.
What? I think they're here. I'm going to B&Q.
I thought you had spoken to somebody about plastic. He said definitely use, but that was abroad.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, that was the guy in the paint shop.
Yeah.
100%. Oh yeah, I could call him. The coral guy. Ah, he just found a corner in the Dobro. Many I say. We're in a hammer. You them cutter block so. I need one to share with. Because on the far side na cutter so. It ain't the other cutter so. Are
Sana no kasem
What's not kasa block but say be free computer aguso nti be beche no enye we never che ebeche be e free aguso but once I know once makoba medo no
and the other makaba mucha akaba ko nti ya mo de ba ko mo fan
what's in from about down into your
we to wait we can yeah.
Let's pack away that in here. That's to mention. Maybe any no catastrophe, not seeing rubbing into me.
I say now I will see the point of the say baby a be na baby a cover. Now say I grow near the why say I cover be na be so now what's the point? I say I there no for look. But the human air, the I grow near the.
I want to be Asher.
Who tried it?